You're here because something still hurts. Even after all the healing, even after all the affirmations, even after the meditations, the journal prompts, the crystals, the rituals, even after the shadow work, you're still haunted, still stuck, still aching, still wondering, why hasn't it worked? Let me say something that might crack you open. It hasn't worked, not because you're broken, but because you were taught to build on top of pain, not sit with it. You were taught to fix it, bypass it, bury it beneath beauty. You were told to speak affirmations before you ever spoke the truth. But truth comes first, not the kind you write on sticky notes, not the kind you post on Instagram. I'm talking about the kind of truth that tastes like blood and rust in your mouth, the kind that makes you tremble when you say it out loud. You can't affirm abandonment. You can't mantra your way through grief. You can't override shame with positivity, and you should never have been told to try. Take a breath. You don't have to pretend anymore. Not here. Not in this underworld. This space is not about becoming your highest self. This space is about becoming your whole self. The parts that still twitch. The ones that still don't trust love. The child who flinches when someone raises their voice. The woman who keeps proving her worth and never feels full. The rage that turns into silence. The numbness that you've mistaken for peace. All of it belongs. This is not the place for transcendence. This is the place for tending. Say with me, I am willing to meet what I have avoided. I am willing to descend. I am willing to stay. Now feel into your body. Notice the places you've been trained to escape. The tight chest, the clenched jaw, the ache behind your heart. This is where your truth lives. Not in your mind, not in your timeline, but in your tissue, your fascia, your breath, your bones. Every time healing hasn't worked, it's because you skipped this part. The part where you stop trying to be okay. The part where you stop trying to fix yourself and finally feel yourself. The part where you stop trying to become and you truly remember that you already are. The descent isn't a detour. It's the only way home. You don't rise until you return. You don't transcend until you integrate. You don't expand until you grieve, and grieve deeply. Take one hand to your heart and one to your belly and say, I am not broken. I am not behind. I am not too much. I am not a failure because I still hurt. Say this instead. I am deep. I am sacred. I am still unfolding. I am still home. You do not have to alchemize this pain today. You just have to stop abandoning yourself. That is the miracle. That is the descent. And that is why you're here.